Hello Pisces, this is going to be your general reading for the rest of July 2018 for Pisces Rising, Pisces Sun, and Pisces Moon. I apologize for this being so incredibly late. This whole thing has been a learning curve for me, and also I do have a lot of things going on in my life and around me at this time. I apologize, and I promise that from now on I'm going to do my best to make sure that these get out in a timely fashion. But that aside, I guess everything happens for a reason, and everything happens in its own timing. So for whatever reasons, you're supposed to get this now. At least that's what I'm hoping and having faith and trust about. So I'm going to start shuffling. I'm going to do an 11 card Celtic cross spread. Hopefully you can hear me. I have the fan on for white noise and the window is open, and so we may get background noise. I'm presently in the city, staying at a relative's house, my aunt. And I'm feeling really emotional, more than usual today. Just by nature, I'm quite an emotional person, but I woke up this morning feeling very close to tears. Not in necessarily a sad way, it's everything. It's just everything. You know, joy, happiness, sorrow, sadness, just everything. You know. So here we go. This is going to be in the highest best good for Pisces rising, sun, and moon for the rest of July, maybe even going into August. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for everything. For all creatures, all people on the earth, for this life that I have, for my soul, for the universe. I'm just so very grateful. There's a lot going on in the world. There's always been a lot going on in the world. I took my daughter last night to the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston, and it was a free night. On Wednesdays it's free from 5 p.m. until like 10. And the Museum of Fine Arts was a huge part of my growing up because I'm an artist and one of my mediums is painting. And I used to take painting classes at the Museum of Fine Arts when I was a teenager for a number of years. And so I know that museum like the back of my hand. I know every single thing in it. And it has been a very, very long time since I've been there. It's been decades since I've been in there. And last night was the first time I was able to bring my daughter. She's old enough now. My daughter's almost 11. My daughter is an extremely old soul and very Piscean, Neptunian. Our lineage is very Neptunian. I carry Neptune energy extremely strongly. So does my daughter and my mother. My entire family, the men and the women, all carry Neptune energy. But it was so intense. And my daughter is extremely psychic and intuitive as well. And just being around some of the objects in there was extremely intense and beautiful. Some of it was almost unbearable to be around at one point, there were certain things in there. My daughter turned to me and said, "Mom, that shouldn't even be in a museum. That should be with the people that it came from. It belongs to them." And I fully agree with her. There are certain things in museums that just shouldn't be in there. They should belong to the people that they came from. Some objects carry such strong ancestral, deep emotional history with them that it feels wrong to have it behind a glass cage. Cage. But really, they're objects. Except for the mummy. There's a mummy in the Museum of Fine Arts. I think they just have the one of an actual ancient corpse. And that was the one thing in there my daughter felt the strongest about. And she was like, "Mom, that shouldn't be in here." And I agree with you. I agree with her. Can you imagine having your body in a museum being pulled out of the ground like that? Not that the soul is in the body anymore, but the body is sacred. Anyway, random tangent. I actually know a triple Pisces, a Pisces rising sun and moon sign person who has all three, that has been waiting for this reading for quite some time. And so now I'm going to focus on you. Okay, ready? I'm going to pick 11 cards. I'm going to do an 11 card Celtic cross spread. And hopefully this will make sense to you or help you in some way. I actually put music on in the other room and gave my daughter some food and drink, and she's in there listening to music and reading books because I feel self-conscious when she's around when I'm doing this, because I just feel weird at the thought that she is eavesdropping on me. But I explained it to her and she completely understands, and so she is being kind enough to let me do this. This is the last reading. You are the last sign. Here, let me move my water. Wow. Wow. One clarifier and then I'll show you. Wow. Okay. Okay, ready? I'm going to show you the cards. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Your central experience for the rest of July, and possibly even going into August, is the Hermit. Your challenge or countering experience, or what you need to integrate, is the Wheel of Fortune. I actually had to pick two cards for this position. This position normally means what's helping you or hindering you. At first, I got this one for, I'm assuming, what's hindering you, the Two of Swords. And this is what's helping you. the Ace of Cups. At your core, in your soul, you have the Princess of Swords. She's been coming up for practically everybody this month. There is major, powerful shifts happening right now on Earth for everyone. In your recent past, you have the Four of Wands. As your best possible outcome, originally, you got the King of Wands. And for some reason, I felt that I needed to pull a clarifier for this, and look what happened. I got the Queen of Wands. You have the pair, the Queen and the King of Wands, as your best possible outcome. I'm going to try to speak louder. Coming up in your near future is the High Priestess. You right now are the Knight of Wands. By the way, you have been coming up in everybody's reading this month. The Knight of Cups has been in practically everybody's reading, and that is your card. So it makes me wonder what you've been up to. In your surroundings is the Princess of Pentacles. Your hope is the Ace of Wands. Your general outcome is the Two of Cups. And out of your two outcomes, you have the Two of Cups and as your best possible outcome, you have a pair of the same suit. This is really powerful. Okay, so I'm going to try my best to interpret this for you. My energy is a teeny bit low today, but I am trusting that my guides will help me give you the right messages. So, your central experience for the rest of July is the Hermit. And I am getting deep introspection and also a need to have alone time, a need to go within. Pisces energy is so deep and so powerful. You know, and when I say the word powerful, I'm thinking of words like forgiveness and understanding and letting go and releasing and compassion and unconditional love, which are all words that belong to your vibration, the Pisces vibration. And it's also, Pisces energy has no boundaries. It is the ocean. It has no boundaries. Everything can come into it. It's a container for everything in existence. And so, as a result, it can be extremely overwhelming. And sometimes, you know, your axis of your opposite and yourself, your opposite is Virgo. You and Virgo both share the energy of needing to have rest, needing to have sanctuary, needing to have those moments to go within in order to center yourself and process everything that you're getting. Otherwise, it's easy to become so overloaded or overwhelmed that you lose yourself and you get extremely confused. So I am getting that there is so much going on right now, internally and externally, that at this time you deeply need this time to yourself to be able to process and filter everything that you are receiving. You are the ocean. The ocean is salt water. It's water. Water is the great conductor. It is one of the most powerful mediums for things to be reflected, received, held, all of those things. So where you're at now is you need some space in order to get clarity, in order to filter things and make sense out of things. Your challenge or your countering experience that you're dealing with is the Wheel of Fortune. And I'm getting something quite significant and large with this. I am feeling like our collective of humankind or sentient beings on Earth, and this is including plants and animals and everything that is alive and organic. We are going through major shifts right now, and major shifts like this can, okay, let me formulate this for a moment because this is very large. The shifts that are going on right now are actually shifting for the positive. Things are changing for the better on a massive scale. And because we have had so much collective suffering or pain or trauma or sorrow that has been going on for so long, and not to say that there isn't joy or bliss or ecstasy or beautiful things going on all the time. It's just pain can seep in and create rifts that last, where it's hard to have faith sometimes, it's hard to trust sometimes, because once you've experienced pain, you can become afraid that it's going to keep on happening or that it's going to happen again. But what I'm getting is that this is a challenge for you because you want to believe that things are getting better in the world too, not just with yourself and with our collective soul. But you're possibly reluctant or afraid to trust this because you don't want any more loss, or you want to believe this, but it's a hard thing to believe sometimes. And this can also, I know I'm being very philosophical here and very large with what I'm saying, but on a smaller scale, just on your individual end, as being a simple little human being, this is also saying that you need time out right now in order to filter, because things are about to actually get a lot better for you, but there's some trauma in the way that's leading you to fear this or to not hope too much, because it's hard for you to trust this all the way. As what is hindering you, it's a feeling of indecision, of feeling stuck or torn, or just having two minds. You are the two fishes. Sometimes it's hard to see things clearly when you can see so many different facets or angles of things. It could be you're feeling stuck in your mind right now, which makes sense since you have the Hermit as your central experience. You are actively taking steps to filter this, or at least to get some downtime, to not even think at all, just to receive, so that you can get through this hindrance. I'm going to leave it at that. What is helping you is love. Love is the most powerful thing in the universe, especially unconditional love. love, just love, but also romantic love, or the possibility of true love coming into your life in multitudes of different forms, whether it's romantic or friendship or family or just a love for everything. There's a new feeling that's happening. And this is helping you is to trust, to allow the process to unfold, to allow this to come into being fully. That miracles can happen, that things are changing for the better. You know, when I compare these two together, earlier when I was talking about the fear of things remaining painful, I see that as being this one. The fear of that if you do embrace this, that somehow it won't come out to be true. But I'm getting that it is okay for you to trust. It's okay for you to believe that this is genuine or real. And this can be on a personal level, actual romantic love as well. But also just to trust that love will never stop existing. Love conquers everything. There's a new path opening up in your life of more synchronicities, more magic, more beauty coming into your life. And so what is helping you is to simply embrace it and allow it to happen. At your root is the Princess of Swords. There's a lot coming through you at this time. You may be speaking. Spirit is speaking through you to yourself, to others. Trust the messages that you get. Trust the words that come out of your mouth at this time. And trust the signs. Trust the signs that are coming through you or that you feel. You may be a messenger for others at this time where you may not even be aware of how powerful your words are. It may flow straight through you and you may forget about it, but even though the other person or the other people that you're relaying these messages to, they have long-standing effects on them for the better, or that change their minds or open up new ways of seeing things. And this goes for yourself as well. You may be receiving a lot of inspiration and new ideas and new feelings and new concepts at this time that are extremely powerful. This has been coming up for pretty much everybody. Maybe that's the reason why you're showing up in everyone's readings, is because at this time, the words that are coming out of your mouth are deeply affecting people. And not only that, resonating with them, or they may have even received these messages themselves, but something about you vocalizing it snaps them into awareness. This is in the best highest good, by the way. Everybody has balanced and imbalanced. I lost it. There was something that was coming out and I lost it. Everyone can be balanced or imbalanced at any given time. Nobody is perfect. We're all human beings. You know, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody is not always at their best all the time. We are not perfect beings. But for whatever reasons, normally when you would hold these things to yourself, you're speaking them now, and it's having a great effect on things around you and the people around you, but also for yourself as well. In your recent past, you have the Four of Wands, which is the beginnings of stability, the beginnings of something that is long-lasting, that you can continue to cultivate and grow from here on out. In this picture, it's actually a couple that is getting married. Traditionally, in a lot of, traditionally, some of the old ceremonies for marriages is they would erect 4 posts and marry the couple underneath the 4 posts. And that represents the beginning of a long-standing structure or a long-standing growth that you can continue to grow, continue to build, continue with, that can remain a safe environment, a safe relationship, a safe place, a sanctuary. I'm getting a big thing in here about sanctuary. And so you may be feeling safer than you have in a long time. For whatever reasons, maybe you're receiving more faith than usual that you will be held or that things will be okay. You may also be realizing that you need more stability in your life, that you can't continue to just swim about. You'll always swim about, but this is saying a container for you, a way for you to feel protected, emotionally, physically, mentally, all of that. You have been realizing that you really need this, or you want to cultivate this. You want to grow things instead of freely going with where the tides take you, which is always going to be a part of your nature and will always happen. I'm not saying for you to be trapped or contained to the point where you cannot be yourself. This is more feeling held where you can swim about and be held at the same time, or to hold yourself, to feel grounded. This can also, I'm getting a big thing in here about relationships as well, especially romantic relationships, but also all relationships where you are finally uniting your 2 fishes instead of them going in opposite directions or feeling torn or dual. It feels like you're really working on integrating. Okay. As your best possible outcome, you have the King of Wands, which is a court card that represents Leo energy. He is the master of action. He's the master of his actions and how he behaves, how he acts, and the things that he does. He, she. I'm just saying he because it's a king in this card. But it can be anybody, any age. But this represents maturity with action, of being responsible for your actions, holding yourself in check where you are behaving in ways where you feel good about yourself. And also this has to do with things like self-confidence, belief in your own abilities, being able to stand in your own natural authority or power, to be a beneficial force of goodness for others and yourself. And also to be powerful in a creative, warm, caring way. Your clarifier or partnering energy for this is the Queen of Wands. This is significant to me, especially with the 4 of Wands and the 2 of Cups as your general outcome. This is signifying to me that not only is there a possibility you may be meeting your match as far as relationships go, or if you are in an existing relationship, you are fully respecting completely the power of relating and being equal with your partner, where you can manifest together, where you can uplift each other and empower each other. That aside, besides relationships, this is saying you are integrating the 2 parts of yourself. You are honoring your feminine and masculine. You are feeling empowered with this union within yourself and without yourself. And also unions not just with romance, and I'm talking externally here, but also unions of just people, deep friendships, people that you align with, that you feel comfortable with. You really feel mutually empowered, or wanting to empower others and wanting to empower yourself, where you're honoring everything. You're honoring both sides of yourself, both of your fishes. You want things to be balanced. And this is your highest outcome here. This is your best, highest outcome. Interesting. And maybe perhaps for somebody watching, this could be saying your best possible outcome is to band up or work with possibly a couple, and they carry Aries and Leo energy. This does not necessarily mean that they are a Leo or an Aries. They just carry this energy if this is a couple. If this is a power couple that you know, they're soulmates, or what people call possibly twin flames. But this is also internal as well. And this can also be you and another person, and this can also be a couple that you know. Coming up for you in your near future is the High Priestess. This is saying you are honoring in the near future your psychic abilities, your intuitive abilities. You're trusting your intuition. You're trusting the messages that you get. Also your psychic abilities, which are already developed or there predominantly just simply by being a Neptunian Piscean person. Your intuition is strong to begin with, but perhaps you're trusting it more now, or you're receiving more now, more messages, more visions, more insights. And you may even be experiencing manifestations of this almost instantaneously through synchronicities, through things coming your way. You may also have powerful psychics or intuitives around you, or an intuitive around you that is guiding you in the near future or empowering you in the near future. So trust this. Trust your intuitions. If you feel that things are getting better, you need to trust it instead of fearing that it's going to go back to disappointment again. And this goes on a small scale and a large scale. Okay? You right now are the Knight of Wands, so you are seeking truth. You are wanting to receive more wisdom or more insight or more. You want to go and do something. You want to go and find something. Perhaps you're feeling the need to travel at this time in order to receive certain truths, or something. You're seeking something. And you are taking direct action about this to go and get this thing, whatever it is. You may also be learning new things as far as studies go, learning new knowledge or deeper, higher truths, wanting to go explore, wanting to open up, wanting to expand into the world. And also mundane, regular things like going on trips, adventures, traveling, and also seeking the truth, wanting the truth. In your surroundings is the Princess of Pentacles. This could be an actual child or person in your life. This can also be you or energy that you want to cultivate in your surroundings. I'm getting something in here about you wanting to actually not, I almost said settle down, but what I really mean is you want to ground yourself out on an earthly plane. You may be thinking about settling down to a particular location or wanting to create something that is earthly, whether it's learning a new skill that could possibly bring you more money or abundance in your life, or wanting to create abundance for wanting to create stability for future generations, whether it's future generations in your own family or your own child, or just future generations wanting to contribute, wanting to create surroundings for our younger generations where they feel held and safe and empowered to learn about their own innate gifts. This could be possibly teaching, or just thinking about a new venture in your surroundings, or picking the surroundings that you want to do this venture in. Something like that. As your hope, you're hoping for a new active adventure, new beginning, new path in your life, new direction, new road, and you're hoping to have more energy so that you can get this started or do this. Because you have the Hermit as your central experience, you really do need to have sanctuary or rest or introspection for now to regain your energy. Perhaps your energy has been depleted, or there's so much going on internally or externally that once you regain your positive outlook or your faith that things are getting better, then you can feel that extra energy or passion to get things started with whatever your goals are, or whatever you're feeling drawn to do. Your general outcome is the Two of Cups. And considering you have the King and the Queen together of the same suit as your highest outcome, your general outcome is just saying alliances, partnering up with other people, combining your energies with other people is extremely important at this time. Instead of being a lone fish swimming around, this says it's not only that you're finding people in your life that you truly feel understand you and you truly understand them, or you can combine your energies in a positive way in order to bring balance. Just in general, balance to you, balance to them, balance to everything going on right now. Balance. It's all about balance. And mutual respect, mutual listening. This can also be a significant relationship. It may be that you are meeting your match at this time, or you're about to meet your match, and so you need to get centered first so that you can be able to show your best face to others, to this other person if there is one. If you're already in an existing relationship, it looks like there's a huge rebirth where things are clicking together more, where you two are realizing that you really need to support each other instead of bickering or fighting with each other, or having differences that rift this alliance. It's like a coming together of things. And relationships aside, this is a coming together of things. Things are coming together. Things are making more sense to you. You feel inspired. That's excellent. Hopefully that made sense. And I truly honor you. I really do. You know, Piscean and Neptunian people are a huge healing influence for me. They always have been. You guys are the few people that I feel completely comfortable with and able to be myself and be vulnerable around you. I really do. Some of the most powerful, amazing people that I feel have healed me in my life have almost always had Pisces energy in one form or another. I honor all people and I appreciate everybody. But there's something about the acceptance that you guys carry that is extremely healing for me. So I honor you and I wish you all the best, and I love you. Good luck with everything, and hopefully that was worth the wait. I'm sorry it was so late, and I will possibly see you in the bonus reading if you would like to watch it. It will be about more specific things like love, career, and health. Okay.